Hey guys, it's DC and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary where all soap lovers are welcome, guys. This is my General Hospital review, Missed Opportunities. Now, I didn't watch all of this week of GH just yet, but I was watching, I think it was Monday or Tuesday's episode, and I saw Miss Wu come into Sunny's office, and I was like, she's still a character on this show? What do you know? I mean, I know we saw her from this whole storyline with Gladys and everything, but it's like, so she's still like an actual character on the show, And I was thinking to myself, what a missed opportunity there, right? Because when I think back to when Miss Wu was first brought on, she was brought on during the whole Nixon Falls thing where she saved Carly and Jason from the explosion. But if we want to be real, Miss Wu's name has always been brought up through the names, through the years on GH, on General Hospital. It's kind of similar to, if you guys ever seen Will and Grace, where they had Stanley Walker on the show, but you only saw his back or the back of his head. Or a better example, Passions with Alistair, where for years before they actually put an actor in the role, you only saw the back of Alistair's office chair, or you heard his voice on Passions, or something to that effect, until they decided to finally cast character. And that was Miss Wu. So I had big expectations. And then when they finally decided to cast Miss Wu officially and put her on canvas, and she was Brad's aunt, and they made that whole connection, I really had a lot of high hopes for this character. I really did. But I've learned with soaps, you set the bar low, and hopefully they come up high. Because for me, I felt like this is going to be an adversary for Sunny, and then with her being Brad's aunt, I thought they were going to do something with that. I thought that maybe they would have brought Lucas back or recasted Lucas, and maybe it would have been like a mob storyline because Lucas is a Jerome. Maybe they could have brought back Liv or Julian or something, and maybe there's something there with the mob families and they demand ransom for Brad, or the Woos demanded a ransom for Lucas, something. Or hell, even they brought Felix back into the mix. I thought they were going to do something with that. And it was a big disappointment that they didn't. So now Miss Wu comes on screen, I'm not scared anymore. Because I'm like, they haven't done nothing with you. I was expecting when Miss Wu came on, it was going to be Faith Roscoe mixed with a little bit of Ava Jerome, you know what I'm saying? With some Asian dynasty coming in, and then we got Miss Wu. That was my biggest expectation. But, unfortunately, we didn't get that. We didn't get that, unfortunately. What we got was someone who's pandering to Sunny. She scares Sunny. I expected so much more out of this character, and I feel like the writers could have done so much more with Miss Wu. This was a very missed opportunity from GH, so I'm a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. There's just so much more they could have done with her. And with Brad, it was a missed opportunity. We could have gotten a Romeo and Romeo mob love story kind of thing going on, and they missed the ball with that. They missed the ball. And she was connected to one of the biggest missed opportunities GH, which we'll get into later on in the video. Later on. This is a very short video for me. Another missed opportunity I felt GH had was a storyline with Felicia being a patient advocate. Raise your hand if you actually care that Felicia is a patient advocate. Raise your hand. Nobody, right? Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares if Felicia's a patient advocate. GH doesn't do social storylines well. That's an All My Children thing. They did this well with Robin and Stone, but since then, it ain't been the same, okay? They've been trying, that's not their forte. I'm sure somewhere, Bob Goose is sitting there laughing with a cigar saying, they thought they could leave this show without me. But then again, at some point, soap shows, you have to be able to change writers at some aspect. You can't have the same writer forever and ever, amen. You gotta change writers at some point. But social storylines is not their thing. Now, All My Children did social storylines all the time. And, after the Bianca's attack, they had the whole Miranda Center. And they always had social storylines here. Like, you always got a bits and pieces of it all the time. Like, literally, that's what All My Children's one of their biggest things were. GH, not so much. What I thought they could have done with Felicia being her patient advocate, and maybe they still will do it, is she meets a patient, maybe it's a girl who's being abused, a guy, whatever, something like that. They connect, maybe that patient is related to someone on screen, maybe someone adopts that person, I don't know, something like that. Something like that. It's kind of like on One Life to Live where Star was friends with Langston, and there was a whole mystery like what happened to Langston's parents, and they found Langston's parents had been dead for over a year, and then Dorian adopted it. That was like a nice little storyline they had there, right? That was a nice little trope, right? They had going on. Or with Dusty Donovan, how like half of Oakdale adopted him when he was a kid. he was the Michael Corinthos of Oakdale, Dusty Donovan. Okay, they could have done something like that with this storyline with Felicia. It would have been nice to have seen it. Do you remember Olivia Fry in All My Children, where she was like the social worker for the Miranda Center and the PVPD, and she had met Anna McDermott, who then was obviously over time connected to Ryan, and she had had an abusive husband, Terry McDermott. She was on the run from him. Do you see how that tied in? We could have gotten something like this from the Felicia storyline. We're not getting that, and that's why as viewers, like, we don't care. We see that she's studying, but it would have been nice if she would have maybe seen someone, a young girl, something like, who's that girl? And I want to follow up with this while she's studying as a patient advocate. That would have been nice to see something in action with that. Tell me if you guys disagree with that. Tell me if you guys disagree with that or not. My last missed opportunity on GH, and I don't even like these two characters. I like the actors, but not the characters. That's how good the characters are. Good the actors are, because I don't like the characters. But Sonny and Jason. This was a story. Let me see. You guys can disagree with me on this, but let's be real. As GH viewers, we have low key. This has been the breadcrumb beneath the surface. We've been waiting for this union for almost 20 years on GH. Let's be real with it. I know people are gonna say, "Nah, DC, you were waiting for it. We weren't waiting for it." But I'm not even a Triumph and Trio fan, a Jarly fan, or a Carson fan. That's Sonny and Carly, Jason and Carly. I'm neither, right? I'm neither. But when they brought those two together, I was like, finally. And then when Sonny came back from Nixon Falls, like, wow, we're gonna see the dilemma with that, you know? Because Jason's probably like, "I'm coming to lead the fold," but I just got feelings for Carly. And that's still Sonny's wife. And then I was guessing that was gonna be the gravitational pull that really actually pulled Sonny back into Nina's orbit. But unfortunately, obviously, the vaccine thing, Steve Burton left the show. They quickly brought him back with Britt and then flushed him off screen, you know what I'm saying? Like a bad habit. My whole thing is that I thought that with that storyline, I felt robbed. I, as a viewer, felt robbed. Because at the end of the day, Carly does not want Sonny. She's always wanted Jason. Now she's settled for the great value version of Jason, which is Drew, right? But she's always wanted Jason. And we saw this play out with Sarah Joy Brown and Maurice Bernard and Steve Burton. Now I want to see this play out with Laura Wright's Carly. Because it's real, no woman was ever going to compare to Carly for Jason's life. If the mother of his children don't compare, no other woman was going to. So Britt had like maybe a season or two. I know that wasn't gonna last long with Britt. So when they quickly pulled him out of Britt's orbit, put him to Carly's orbit to marry Carly at that time, I was here for it. I was totally here for it. It was fun, it was fresh, it was exciting with him and Britt, but it wasn't gonna last long, Papa. It wasn't gonna last long. So they put him with Carly. I was like, I was waiting for this. This was an opportunity that a GH viewer would want to see. Unless we're gonna have to wait now to the series finale. But I feel like Steve Burton is over GH. I can just feel he's over it. Which the funny thing is, I feel like he's still playing Jason over on Days. Steve Burton has always played that cop, secret agent kind of character. I would have preferred on Days he played a softer role, like maybe a doctor, maybe his best friend's with Leo Stark. I don't know, something different to show the acting chops. But he's playing Jason again. They got him back in the leather jacket and the black t-shirt again. I'm like, bruh. They did the same thing when he was Dylan McAvoy in Young and Restless. He was in the coffee shop for a little bit and then he became a cop. They keep him soft for a little while and then bring him right back into Jason again. So I wouldn't even say he's Jason 2.0, he's 3.0 on Days. Because he was 2.0 on Y&R. Now he's 3.0 on Days. Or 4.0, whatever you want to call it. Which at this point, Steve Burton has been on all of the 4 remaining soaps except for B&B. So, but I felt robbed of that. I felt like we really should have gotten an opportunity to see those two characters together. Oh man, that was a missed opportunity, GH. I'm like, man, come on, we waited so many years for that. We know that was Carly's true soulmate. It's kind of like when watching One Life to Live, where we knew that Clint was Vicky's real soulmate, right? And that's the thing, when you keep characters on for so many years, we can actually still see the true bonds. We can still get in tune with it, right? Whereas for B&B, we just really want Ridge and Brooke to be apart. Like, we need a good break, like a good few years, which the writers would not let us have that. Brad Bell has a hard-on for Ridge and Brooke. He would not let those two go. And you know, B&B, quick aside, B&B has this thing where they bring in new characters to let you feel like they brought in new characters, and they give us a character a good storyline arc, and they usher them off screen again. So that way, at that point, Brad Bell could say, yes, I did give you guys new characters. Just like how Y&R gave us Mariah and Tessa, and you all were so excited they got married, and that was it. And so now, people Y&R say, well, we gave you diversity. We gave you the wedding, didn't we? It's like a form of gaslighting with soap writers. It's a little bit of gaslighting, you know? They'll give you the diversity, but the characters will be in the background. So that's the way of giving you something without really giving it to you. That's what they do. It's a little gaslighting they do it. And see, we gave it to you, but we gave you what you asked for, right? Yeah, we gave it to you. They didn't really give it to you. You didn't really get anything. You think you did, but you didn't. So with Charlie, Jason, and Carly, that was a missed opportunity. That was really a missed opportunity on GH. Oh man, we waited 20 years. I've been waiting close to 20 years. I've been watching GH since 06. And we all know how inappropriate Carly and Jason's relationship has always been. Like, they just should have been together. So when they got married and the son came out, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Because Carly really loves Jason. She really loves Jason. Jason knows she's a headache too. But she really loves Jason. Anyways, guys, that's my short little GH review. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you guys feel like that was the storyline that people were waiting for Carly and Jason for 20 years? I feel like we were waiting for that, personally. But what do you think about some of these missed opportunity storylines? What do you think about them? Do you feel like those storylines played out the way they should have? Or was there more room for growth in all three of those different storylines with Miss Wu, Felicia, and then Jason and Carly? Tell me your thoughts below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've never said that in any of my videos, but please do. If you guys like the videos, if you guys like what I do, if you really support this channel, then please like, share, and subscribe, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm out. The Soap Sanctuary will return in just a moment right here on YouTube. This has been Soap Sanctuary.